Hi, Spark people and other friends checking out this video. A friend of mine recently said that he was going to make a video every day for the month of October, and I thought it was kind of a cool challenge. I'm already off by a day, but that's all right. I can jump in right now. Sorry, I look a little crazy. I did group kick this morning, so I'm looking a little rough, but that's a good thing because I'm nice and sweaty and I already got my hour of workout in for a day. And I think that this video was more of just kind of an accountability factor to kind of throw out there and maybe help motivate or encourage other people who are going through some of the same challenges for the month of October, or just challenges in general. It doesn't have to be just focused on this month, but for me personally, I'm going to give it a lot more than I'm used to giving or have been giving lately. I'm trying to step up my game and trying to be a lot more accountable to myself and be a lot more accountable to other people for the month of October. And part of that challenge has been to get back onto Spark People and to get back onto tracking my food every single day, every single calorie, putting it all into my tracking system and being really conscious and aware of what I'm putting into my body. And this is just a personal challenge for me because I used to do this religiously and I stopped and then I stopped losing weight. So I think I can put two and two together. I'm smart enough to figure that one out and realize that if I really want to get back on track, it's about numbers. It's about your deficit. It's about burning more than what you're eating every day and figuring out how much extra you need to burn according to how much pounds you're wanting to push yourself to lose each week. And eventually, I think that's Derek texting me right now. Anyway, that eventually will put you to losing those pounds per week that you want to. Your body doesn't have a choice. You may have stalls, you may have plateaus, you may have whatever you're going to have, but one way or another, if you do that deficit for a long enough period of time, not only are you just going to feel better, but you will see that drop in the scale. And that's what I'm determined to do for the month of October. My standard for this month is not high. I'm at a low enough weight right now that I don't think that I can lose more than probably 5 pounds this month, but that's what my goal is. And I think that's reasonable and it's definitely obtainable if I work hard enough and I put in the hours and I put in the commitment and I put in um, the accountability on Spark People and on the video and whatever else I'm going to do to make sure that I'm holding myself accountable. As far as yesterday went, I had just under 1,000 calories, which I know is probably too low, you're saying, for my body or whoever, but due to the fact that I've had weight loss surgery, it's actually a very appropriate amount that I have to have right now just because of the amounts of foods that I can eat. On top of the fact that I've been drinking, I took another challenge from another friend who's determined to make 100 ounces of water a day. So I've put that into my commitment for the month also, is to have 100 ounces of water. So on top, trying to fit enough food in and dense food. I'm doing protein based food, which is very high density food. So having 100 fluid ounces of water plus high protein, there's just I'll be lucky if I hit 1,100 calories per day. As long as I'm holding myself accountable and keeping my carbs low, I can fit in probably 1,600 calories a day if I'm carb loading, but that's not my personal intention. I'm looking to build some mass to get a little bit more muscle definition and to pull in a lot of loose skin. You know, having lost 100 pounds, I got a lot of loose skin that I'm trying to work on, and I'm trying to up my cardio endurance game this month. So that'll be a strife for me this week and the weeks to follow to kind of up my cardio endurance and amount of time that I spend doing cardio activities, but also making sure I focus on uh, doing the weights and doing the power classes. So this was just kind of a little. No, you can have more in just a minute. Okay, hold on. Go out there and I'll come talk to you in a minute. So this. She made me lose my train of thought. Okay, so for yesterday, my food, like I said, my accountability for my food is all put on Spark People. I write it or put everything in there. I put servings down. If I have 2 servings of something, I'm honest about it. I'm accountable for it. I don't believe in saying that you've eaten something and then not actually putting it down there. I think that's just not only because it doesn't really have to do with anybody else. It has to do with you and just making sure that you're the one that's being faithful tracking your food. You don't have to share your food log with anybody else. I share mine because it's my way of being accountable, and it's my way of sharing with other people who maybe don't know where to go, don't know what to eat each day, and don't have any idea where to start. You can have a great basis right there of seeing what I'm eating per day, and maybe it'll help you pick out some foods, kind of see a well-rounded appetite as far as high protein, low carbs, still getting in enough fiber, uh, moderate fat levels. I mean, I keep my stuff fairly nutritionally based towards my current exercising routine. Now, obviously, it's going to be different if you're focusing more on cardio versus working on some power, but it's all just going to depend on what your workout commitment is and what you're looking to burn and what you're looking to lose weight wise. So anyway, it's on there, and I want it on here so that way I can determine what my best stuff is and what's working and what's not. By the end of the month, I can kind of look back and look at my videos and look at whatever I need to look at and see if it worked or not. And if it didn't work, then going into November, I can reevaluate from there. So I think that this has gone on long enough. Um, just I would encourage you to look at my food log, and then if you have any questions or comments or concerns or complaints, whatever, tell me or ask me questions or tell me I'm not doing the right thing. You can definitely spark up a conversation with me on that one. Um, and then I will be also tracking all my fitness that's on there as well. Like for yesterday, I did an hour of group power, which is all over power or weightlifting for your entire body. And then I did a 3 mile jog and a 0.60 mile walk. And then today I've done an hour of cardio kickboxing. And then I coach a volleyball team, but I don't actually work out too much while doing that. So I might try and fit something else cardio wise. I'm trying to go at least 4 to 6 days if possible, trying to fit in some cardio, and then at least 3 days of power. Um, but we'll see how that goes. I'm not completely. My main focus right now is trying to eat clean and then just exercise every day, whether it's 10 minutes or whether it's 110 minutes. Um, my main refocus right now, like I said, is just trying to eat clean because that's been my problem now for a little bit. So that's where I'm at, and I encourage you to, amp up your water, take out any calories that you're drinking, unless it's, something that is best for you. Like if you drink milk, then drink milk or, protein shakes, whatever. No sodas, no juice, none of this sugar stuff that, you don't need. Just focus on the water, amp it up a little bit, and, adjust your food to how, you need to change your body. And an awesome quote, I already shared this with Derek, but an awesome quote that I saw on a friend of mine on Instagram. She has this daily updates of this fitness guru, and she basically said, "You didn't gain it overnight. You're not going to lose it overnight." And I know we've all heard that one before, but then she went on to say, "Remember that today's diet is next month's body." And I really appreciated that because that's what I needed to hear as a reminder. Is I'm not eating well because it's going to help me tomorrow. I'm eating well because next month I'm going to look back and I'm going to appreciate it. And like my husband always says, "Oh, future Alex will appreciate me doing this." And that's what it is. Your future self will be glad that you stuck it out and that you just committed to it and you followed through on what you needed to do. And just use the fuel. Use the fuel. The food is fuel for your body, and do what you got to do so that way you make it through your exercise, you make it through your day, you're making it through and still getting that deficit and that calorie burn that you need to get. And that concludes this video. I will do my best to record one every day. I have a feeling I'll probably run out of things to say if I do that, because unlike Derek, I don't talk quite as much. But hopefully at least once a week I can start posting one and kind of keep a little bit more accountable for my weight loss. It's unbelievable that after losing 100 pounds, my momentum is actually slower than when it started, which is kind of strange. You would think it would be the opposite. You think I'm so close to goal. How could I lose momentum now? But it really has for me personally. I'm so close, and yet I feel like I'm almost self-sabotaging just because I'm not sure what I would do when I finally get there. But I'm tired of that. I'm tired of knowing that that's what's going on. And I feel like I can still get there. And this is the tools that I have to do to accomplish that. So especially for people, I mean, this is not excluding anybody else, but especially for people who have had weight loss surgery and who have gone to the extreme of knowing how desperate you are to get to that point or to get to goal, and still having to work just as hard at 140 pounds versus 240 pounds or 340 pounds, knowing that your struggle's not over. It's a little bit daunting, but I think that the resolve can be even higher right now, and especially knowing that other people who haven't had the tool of weight loss surgery need that help too, and to be there in that position. It's a lot of responsibility, but it's a lot of motivation, and that's where I'm at right now. So I bid you farewell and happy eating, happy healthy eating, and happy workout for the day, and we'll check back in soon.